Well, good morning all. We're coming at you from the camper van here. We are at our New Mexico camp here at the base of the mountains, and the temps have been warming up. It is that time of year where we're going to start making our slow roll north to get into some higher elevations. So I'm going to get out today, do some hiking, show you around the area, and a little bit around camp here. Let's check it out.
All right, this is where we're heading, just up the road, Dripping Springs Natural Area, Oregon Mountains, Desert Peaks National Monument. This is a fee area. You can pay a daily fee here. I think it's like $5 or $8. But if you have the America the Beautiful Pass, the Interagency Pass, that's an annual pass that's $80, gets you into all the national parks, monuments. It will actually get you some free camping at some campsites or discounted camping. So I get one every year. Now check out these rock formations right over here. It looks like this is a day-use kind of picnic area right down here by these big rocks. And then continuing up here is the visitor center. So I'm going to head up to the visitor center, see if I can get some sort of receipt or something to tape on my bike. And then I think I'm going to ride back down here. There is a trailhead at this picnic area. Wow, look at this. A lot of people here already. Getting that morning hike in. Wow, even the overflow. What is going on? Oh, it's a weekend. I meant to come up in here during the week. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. Okay, I think I'm going to go up the road here and just park real quick. All right, well, I went into the visitor center. Yeah, it's pretty busy here. A lot of people getting out for a weekend morning hike. Just kind of listening to everybody and watching everybody head off to their hike. It looks like most people are going up to Dripping Springs, all the big groups. So I'm going to go down and do this other lower hike. All right, let's head on down. Guy out here from Georgia. Ah, those are neat. Yeah, this is a cool little area. It's a fee area, but I have my pass. They have water here, drinkable water, trash cans. Bring the water jug up from camp, fill up. Okay, I'm gonna get geared up, head out. Springtime, even in the desert. Look at all this mesquite budding out here. Okay, away we go. Most of the trails here are all pretty short. I think this is only a couple miles round trip. I think the longest one is only about 3-4 miles round trip. I could be wrong. We're gonna go check this out. I believe this trail leads up and around those rocks there, kind of in that little canyon valley. Let's go see. Looks like an old water tank down here. Wow, pretty neat being right up at this rock cliff here. You can see all the stains from little mini waterfalls pouring down the face. That'd be neat to be here when that's happening. Coming up this stretch of the trail here, they've got these mats down. Must be some sort of erosion control. And I'm realizing that I'm totally out of shape. Should not be huffing and puffing on this simple hike. It looks like there's a cave. Wow. Look at that big chunk of rock. Let's go see.
Oh, that's not very big. Not very big. A little bit of information in here. Oh, I've read about this guy. I'll zoom in on this so you guys can pause and read that. Very interesting story. My type of guy. Spent most of his life traveling. Oh gee, hermit no bad. I don't know what that black is. If someone actually had a fire in here, or I think that's just, I don't know. Maybe it says here. Here we go, a little more information. You can pause and read that. Basically a warning to not mess with anything. Yeah, that was my thoughts exactly when I first came in. Where you stand today is not a true cave, but rather a rock shelter, filled with historic footsteps from human beings who have used or occupied it for thousands of years. Now there's some grinding rocks. Pretty neat. And cool little shelter though. It's cool in here. I mean, it's literally temperature-wise, it's cool in here. I'll go wide angle. You're out here in the heat of the summer, 100 degrees, and that sun's beating down on you. Sure nice to take some shelter in this cool rock. Let's go up around here. All right, we're going to move on from the cave here, backtrack, and go around the backside into the canyon. There is seasonally a waterfall back there, but I'm pretty sure I totally spaced and didn't ask at the visitor center, but I'm pretty sure I heard it's dried up right now. Wow, check out this cactus blooming here. What beautiful flowers. They're like electric, glowing. Wow. Well, I was hoping we'd see one of these yuccas that was actually in bloom instead of just the dried up stalks and flowers. This one's got some fresh flowers on it. They're real pretty. Looks like some tailings over there. Someone was doing some mining at one point. Yep, sure enough. There's a sign right up here, splitting the trail. Thought I saw those tailings over there. It's the Modoc Mine. Get on this here. You can pause that and read that if you like. 1898. Modoc Mining Company spent $1 million to build a huge mining development. Wow. All the structures are gone. We're gonna hit that on the way back. Yeah, as you hike up into the canyon, the trail brings you right by the old mine. Some remnants of an old shaft here.
know if you can get up to the mine or not. Yeah, I don't want to do too much bushwhacking. Okay, we just rounded the corner past that old mine there, and we are right up in the heart of the canyon. I think this is going to be the end of the trail here pretty shortly. I think in the middle of winter, there's often a waterfall right here, but by spring, it's usually dried up, so we'll go all the way as far as we can go. So yeah, you get up in this canyon here. I'm right in the shade of this big rock, and it's like the temperature is like 10 degrees cooler up in here. There's a little breeze blowing through the canyon. Yeah, let's keep going. There's some old pipe there. They were obviously pulling water out of here at one point. Well, even without water flowing through here, it's still really neat. It's nice that it's so much cooler up in here. Yeah, I think we're getting close to the end. Wow, this is so cool. Some more of that pipe. Okay, and here we are at the very end. And there is a little bit of water dripping out of the rocks. A la Dripping Springs, although this isn't the official Dripping Springs, that's up by the visitor center. But yeah, there's water coming out. All the way up there. That's all wet. Oh, you can even hear it. Okay, there's like a weird, it's kind of like a weird phenomenon going on right now. There is a little bit of water dripping and running through here, but the sound I'm hearing, it's like it's coming from inside the rocks. Weird. All right, I'm going to put my mic right up to it, see if you can hear it. Of course, there's always a bunch of bees around water like this. They're not bothering me. Look at this flower sprouting. Right out of the rock. Okay, well that was worth the hike up here. Like we saw, there was just a tiny bit of water dripping there. Not even enough to fill up a water bottle and filter, but gonna make the hike back out. That was really a pretty short hike. And here we are, coming back to the parking lot. All right, it is just about noon. We're gonna head back to camp, get some lunch into me. Yeah, this is a nice picnic day use area too. Along this loop that I just took, and then there's this other section, big section here. These big covered areas, plenty of shade. And toilets and water and trash cans everywhere. Really cool. There's another water faucet. Nice big one over there. Yeah, and in this upper part of the loop here, there's a few more of the shade structures. These are really positioned good for shade. Yeah, these ones are nice. Overlook the little valley there. Back to camp.
Well, I just wanted to thank you all for hanging out with me in another video. I hope you enjoyed getting out for a hike and seeing the surrounding area. I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about something that comes up here and there, and I just have never taken the time to mention it. So where we're camped here is public land that's pretty close to a major town city, the town of Las Cruces, New Mexico. And I've noticed this camping on public land over the last 10 years or so. Anytime you're on public land that's close to a major town or city, I'm talking within like 10 to 20 miles at the most, I've noticed that there's an influx of, I'm just going to say, problems in general. Typically because it's so close to town, it's much easier for locals that live into town to come out and do a heavy night of partying. So, you know, loud music, heavy partying. You usually end up seeing a lot more trash in on these areas because they are so close to town. People will even come out just to illegally dump trash because they don't want to pay the fee for the local landfill or whatever. You see people coming out just to use drugs, illegal drugs. I've witnessed people pull out pretty close to my camp, and I can visibly see them sitting in their vehicle smoking meth, stuff like that. Drug deals, you see people come out, park, wait for a little bit, and then another vehicle will come out, and you can actually visibly see the transaction. So stuff like that, and then also theft. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is at this particular camp that you've seen in the video here, we had someone come in the next pull out down on this dirt road that we're camped. They were in an Airstream trailer being towed by a pickup truck. They pulled in, got set up, unhitched the truck, you know, pulled out their chairs and doing the normal camping thing. And then it looked like maybe a couple days into their stay, they had gone into town, left their camp unattended, which is pretty normal for boondockers, especially people with travel trailers. So when they got back from their trip to town, the gentleman walked over from their camp and could tell he was really upset. Apparently while they were away in town for the short amount of time they were gone, they had left out a set of fold-out solar panels, these ones you can fold out and deploy and set on the ground, and he left those out while they went. And a lot of people do that. I've seen that. It's not totally uncommon, but again, touching on being close to a major town or city, when they got back, those solar panels were stolen. So he had come over to our camp to ask if we had seen or heard anything, and we hadn't, and they were visible from, you know, our camp. I just wasn't keeping an eye on his stuff. So I just wanted to share that story. That kind of thing can happen. I'm not singling out New Mexico or Las Cruces by any means. I've witnessed or heard about this type of thing. It's generally on public land that's close to a major town or city. So that's just something to keep in mind. Anyway, just wanted to mention that. I hope that's helpful for anybody out there. We'll see you soon in the next video. Take care, guys. Peace.